Hey, everyone. Mr. Lang here. This is Miss Johnson.
Yes, Molly Johnson, Mrs. Johnson, hello.
And you teach at
Washington High
Washington
School.
High School.
English
And
at Washington High
Mr.
School.
Lang from Cortez High School. Some of you know me, some of you don't. That's okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay, anyway. So, Miss Johnson, I have this interesting quote here, and then I have a situation here, and
Yes.
here's a question down here, and this is in preparation for the upcoming Azella test.
Okay.
Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So Azella is coming up, and there might be, I should say, there might be a question similar to this, and so the purpose of this video is just really to train. Train you students out there to be successful on a question similar to this.
Excellent.
All right. So it says Martin Luther King said the following. Really should be Martin Luther King Jr. I'm sorry about that. Here, I'm going to take that out. There we go. Okay. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
Okay.
In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Okay. All right. So there's a quote. Okay. Do you think that it's important that we try our best to understand what the quote means?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the first
Yeah,
step. We need to
probably.
kind of break it apart and kind of get the meaning. And if we can paraphrase that, then that's even better to show an understanding of that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got a couple different groups in that quote: enemies and friends.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've got silence
Mm-hmm.
and words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I know from being alive for a long, long time that sometimes it's easier to be silent than to use our words, right?
Oftentimes it
Yes,
is. You know,
yes.
sometimes we're afraid to speak up, whether that's we're afraid to betray somebody or afraid to
Offend
make somebody
somebody.
angry.
Maybe the person won't want to be my friend anymore.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So then they have this situation. So it says Amanda's friend Stephanie uses drugs. Oh boy. Has inappropriate relationships with several boyfriends. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay.
I don't know either.
No. All right. And rarely goes to school. Okay. Well, that's the worst one, I think. All right. Amanda has decided, okay, to talk to Stephanie about her unwise actions instead of remaining silent.
Yeah.
I can see a connection already.
So can I.
Yeah. So who uses drugs? Stephanie uses drugs. So
Stephanie uses drugs.
So Amanda wants to be a good friend to Stephanie.
Yes. So
Right?
she's thinking if she stays silent, Stephanie could get into some real trouble here and not be able to turn things around.
Right.
And be in some real harm.
Right. Yeah. And she's risking either way. She can remain silent and her friend could die.
Yes.
Or she could speak up and her friend can say, well, I don't want to be your friend anymore.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, then it says write an expository paragraph explaining how Amanda's decision supports Martin Luther King's statement. Martin Luther King Jr.'s statement. But anyway, all right.
I think it's kind of interesting because we're going to look back at the we, because the we in that case is going to be Stephanie. Right? So what is Stephanie going to remember from this scenario?
Hopefully she'll remember what a good friend Amanda was.
Exactly.
Or what a fool she was for disowning Amanda if she chooses unwisely.
I agree.
Yeah.
So we'd probably start with the quote. Repeat the quote, you think?
Yeah, because I often tell my students,
because
you can never assume that the reader of whatever you write has read the prompt.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you should never assume that.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe start with the quote.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, so I guess I can. Okay, Martin Luther King. Got to get all your capitals in, right? Junior. Once said. You okay with that? Or
yeah. How about that? That works good. We can use expressed.
Expressed. Stated.
Stated would be another one that we could use.
All right. We'll go with expressed, and then if inspiration hits you, you can chime in. All right. So then I really need to have the whole quote there, I think. Right.
Yeah. So you're starting with your quotation.
Okay. So I have. And then I got my comma right there after expressed, quotation, capital letter.
Yep.
So comma, quotation, capital letter. I'm sorry. There we go. Comma, quotation, capital letter. So in the. Oops, sorry. And I got to make sure everything is spelled correctly, okay?
Yes.
Because it's up there. There's no excuse to spell it incorrectly. So in the end, we will remember. I can't type today. not. Remember not.
Remember not the words of our enemies.
Thank you. Yeah. The words of our enemies.
Comma.
But was it silence?
Silence, yes, of our friends, period, quotation marks.
Okay.
So that looks
all right.
good.
So right away, I think I should explain it.
Yeah.
And then go to the situation. So a phrase that I like, unless you can think of a better one, in other words. You like that?
That's a great way to set up a paraphrase, to know that you're going to show your own words to explain the meaning of the quote.
So if you're a true friend, you will speak up.
Yes.
Yeah? True friends speak up when their friends make bad decisions.
That's one way we could write it.
Yeah. I don't like to use the word friends twice, but okay. Make bad decisions. But false friends remain quiet.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Everyone know remain? Remain means to stay a certain way.
We will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
Okay. Now, maybe I can say a girl named...
So we want to go to that scenario now, right? We want to make sure that we're doing that second part of the connection to explain it.
A girl named Amanda has a friend, there we go, who maybe I can be a little bit general, has made some bad
poor decisions. Yeah, harmful decisions.
Made harmful, I like that word, harmful
choices, decisions. I like choices because choices kind of shows she had another path she could take, and she's not doing that.
So you don't think I need to repeat everything?
I don't think so. I think she's made some harmful choices.
Yeah, harmful choices that could risk her life.
Yes.
I like that.
Definitely. With the use of the drugs there, we know for a fact that could risk her life.
Okay. All right. And then, so now I need to make a connection.
Do we want to then show that, Amanda maybe is unsure of whether she should? Or do we want to just say being a good friend and caring about
Stephanie? Maybe we can say maybe Amanda feels, how would you feel? If you were, still a high school student, I'm assuming she's a high school student. You might feel a little bit scared.
Yes. Yeah? Well, she's scared for Stephanie, and she may also be scared that if she says something, Stephanie's not going to want to stay her friend.
Okay.
So I think there's a couple different things that she's afraid of there.
So maybe without a doubt.
Yes.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Comma. All right. Amanda must feel scared that if she says something to her friend will not like her anymore.
Yes, not like her, not listen, stop being her friend.
Or maybe her friend will hate her.
Yes.
Despise her.
Yes.
How about despise?
That's nice.
Yeah, because I want to pass this
word there.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to get out of ELL,
Yeah.
Her friend will despise her.
Yeah, lots of nice connotation with that.
If she remains quiet,
she could be she might lose her friend because Stephanie's
could die.
Yeah, could die because her friend could die.
A terrible situation.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe Amanda, should follow the advice
of Martin Luther King.
Because I want to make a connection between the situation to the quote,
that.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use a word. How about invaluable?
That's another nice word there.
This is a confusing word to a lot of students because in often means not.
Yes.
Right? So this is an exception. When we use the word invaluable, it means extremely valuable. Yeah.
More than valuable.
So Amanda should follow the invaluable advice of... Not Stephanie. Whoops. I didn't even mention Stephanie. I wonder if I should.
I think we can, though. We can eventually. I think we'll get to there because we'll go back to the quote and we'll talk about her. The invaluable of Martin Luther King Jr. Is it Junior? Do we add the Junior there too?
Junior
Would that be more?
Yeah, it's better. Okay. So Amanda should follow the invaluable advice of Martin Luther King Jr. And let's see if I can use any words.
Maybe not remain silent.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Remain silent. Okay. And then maybe we can talk about what could happen
Yeah, because I think
if Stephanie listens.
Yeah, because I think about, like, when you look at the quote, it's saying, "We will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." So the "we" is Stephanie. Mm-hmm. We's gonna. Yeah. If Amanda stays silent, Stephanie might wonder, "Where were you?
Right.
I needed help, and I didn't feel like I was getting help." Not that it's necessarily Amanda's responsibility, but
Oh, I need to mention Stephanie though.
Yes.
Let me go back. Who's a friend? Here, I'm going to put a positive here.
Oh, very nice.
Stephanie. Okay, so if you don't know what that is, I love a positives.
Yes, because it really just lets you know while you're reading who you're talking about.
Right.
And what you're talking about.
And it also lets the reader know, hey, this writer is smart.
Yes.
Who's the friend? Stephanie. Who's Stephanie?
Yes.
A friend.
And it also shows you can use commas in a different way, right?
Yep.
So you have this varied use of commas.
So these appositives always come, the commas always come in two. Don't forget. All right. So now I've got Stephanie. So Stephanie, as you said, will
be grateful. Yeah, remember and be grateful to Amanda.
And forever be grateful.
Yes.
Grateful, Grateful, right?
Yes.
So
that's tough because great is Great. So we've got to think about that difference.
Yeah. So Stephanie will remember and forever be grateful to Amanda if she what's the word I want to use? If she is brave. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice way to say it.
And I don't know if all of my students will know this word, but and confronts her with the truth.
But that confronts the right word to use because we know that when we confront something that we don't know what the outcome might be or the consequence might be. And that is what she's doing. She's confronting her fear of speaking up, and she's also confronting her friend, and her friend might not take it so well.
Yeah.
So it shows courage when you're confronting something.
So maybe I can add something like it is possible that Stephanie, right? Oops.
Yes.
Stephanie will.
You're talking about being angry, maybe?
Will be angry. Yeah. But in the end.
Well, Amanda will know she was a good friend and did the best that she could to support.
Amanda and Stephanie will both know.
Yes.
Both know that Amanda's bravery is a sign of friendship.
Yes.
A true friendship. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
how do we usually like to end?
So what I've taught, and you, so my little trick, mamacita. Have you heard that before? I like papacito. So here's my little acronym. So C is for clearly.
Nice.
I is for indeed.
I love it.
T is for truly. O is for obviously. So just choose one of these. Which one do you like the best?
I like truly. I think it goes with a little bit of the emotions of the friendship, right?
Sure.
I like that.
I think any of them would work, but okay. All right. So truly. So I want to talk more about life in general, not just the situation with Amanda and Stephanie, but everybody, you and me and everyone at home or at school. Okay. So truly.
Do we want to go into this idea of that friends, the part of being a friend is being honest.
Yes.
Even when it's difficult and hard.
So friends are honest, even maybe just what you said.
Yeah.
Friends are honest even when it's difficult and awkward.
Yes.
It's awkward.
It is awkward.
And maybe I can tie it back to what Martin Luther King said, or just tie it back to, hey, Martin Luther King Jr. said this.
Yeah.
Just as, can I just call him MLK? Or do you want me to? I don't know.
What do you think?
I think that, we've got a whole holiday named after, and we say, hey, happy MLK Day.
And I'm also thinking because we did spell his name out a couple places, that now to use the acronym,
I
and
think
he's
it's
known
okay.
as the acronym,
I think it's okay.
I think it's all right. If we hadn't done that, then maybe not.
Yeah, it would be.
But
been
we
confusing.
give our reader something to hang on to by referring back to the full name.
Yeah, and I think it might flow a little bit better. So truly friends are honest even when it is difficult and awkward, just as MLK preached, stated. said.
I like the word preach or taught or
Taught.
is that
Yeah,
word okay?
I like that because
Okay.
preaching, I think of when people are in church.
Yeah.
Okay, how about if we read it?
Yes,
See if it
let's.
flows okay. Do you mind reading?
Sure, not at
Okay,
all.
all right.
Martin Luther King Jr. expressed, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." In other words, true friends speak up when their friends make bad decisions, but false friends remain quiet. A girl named Amanda has a friend, Stephanie, who has made harmful choices that could risk her life. Without a doubt, Amanda must feel scared that if she says something to her friend will despise her. But if she remains quiet, her friend could die. Amanda should follow the invaluable advice of Martin Luther King Jr. and not remain silent. Stephanie will remember and forever be grateful to Amanda if she is brave and confronts her with the truth. It is possible that Stephanie will be angry with Amanda, but in the end, Amanda and Stephanie will both know that Amanda's bravery was a sign of true friendship. Truly, friends are honest even when it is difficult and awkward, just as MLK taught.
I love it. Anything that you would change to
No, I
that?
think
No,
it attends.
it,
Like,
it flowed really
let's go
well.
back up, and we had to
Yeah.
write an expository paragraph
Mm-hmm.
explaining how Amanda's decision supports Martin Luther King Jr.'s statement. So, do we have Martin Luther King Jr.'s statement?
Yes.
Check. Do we have the
Yes.
scenario between Amanda and Stephanie? Check. And
Yes.
do we show a connection between the two?
We totally do.
I think that
Yeah.
we've got all the parts we need,
Thank you very
and
much.
some $10 words thrown in there.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah. And we have a variety of sentences.
We do.
We don't just have one sentence with comma, comma, comma,
No,
comma, right?
no, we use the appositive.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that.
Yeah.
Some transitions to
Mm-hmm.
move the paragraph along.
I saw some conjunctions in there, right? I
Yeah.
think
Mhm.
right there, but false friends.
Yeah.
I think we might pass a Zella this year.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.